New DJI Racing Edition, black. Right, let's open these up and have a look. Wow, look at that. That's looking nice. Look at those. Very plasticky. Rubber, plastic. What we got on here? We got some function button, if it would focus. Function button. Probably a focus of some description. Power and LEDs. Presumably speaker. Cool. What else we got in here? Let's lay that down on the floor and try not to damage it. So, oh, okay. We've got the USB connection. Wow, that's weighty. I'm assuming the battery's in there, is it? That's quite heavy. Okay, put that down. What's that? Anything? Oh, bits and bobs in here. Should we have a look what? We've got a manual underneath that. Okay. Load of cables, the aerial, and all sorts there. Right, and a manual. Very thick manual. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, you got that, and then you've got safety guidelines, and then you've got quick start guide, which is what I'm going to want, isn't it? Quick start guide. Let's go with that. So you can see how it all comes together. Fits in like that. This is some nice engineering here. And then that goes into there. Slots in just nicely with a hinge on it. And when fitted together, that's what you end up with. Big old beast. Very reminiscent of those there. The Sony headset. Okay, and that was what was in the bag. Is all that stuff there. So we've got that's a HDMI output. USB for charging, so those two go together. Aerials, or antenna I suppose you'd call them. And that clip there, not sure what that is. But let's have a look at the manual. Okay, and to check the battery, you press it once, and that shows you the battery status. So it's actually got some charge in it on arrival. And then you press and hold to turn it on. As you see there, maximum runtime 6 hours. That's pretty neat. And as it says on there, you can skip the installation of these if you've got a DJI drone, which I have. I haven't got another racing drone of a different manufacturer. So these will actually work across different manufacturers. It would insinuate there. It says, when using third-party racing drones, you can choose between either analog or digital video transmission. Please follow instructions below for the installation and connection. Skip this section if you plan on using the goggles with a dedicated DJI drone, which I do, so I'm going to skip that. Okay, so the cable's in. Let's plug the charger in. Boom. Then you get a yellow, or an amber, should I say, light to let you know the power's going in, and then obviously you get the battery indicator then telling you whereabouts that charge, state of charge. So third light in, leave it charge a bit more. From empty to full is 6 hours, I think it says on the in the manual. Now to get the Spark to work with these, you actually need to get an OTG cable which plugs into there, so into the controller, and then what it does is it gives you a USB out, which then you can plug in your micro USB cable straight into the headset, or you can use obviously the cable it came with. But I've got one, but does it work? So it doesn't come with the pack, and I just happen to have one, so you need to get one of those so it turns your cable out of here into a USB, which you can then connect this side of the USB into, you see, and then into the headset from there. So yeah, I'm gonna pop to work now. I have to change location and take it all with me and then go and test it out. What you probably need is a carrying case for that. You can get them. I'll just try and get a cheap one, which is what I was thinking. Didn't want to spend 50 quid on a case for it, but yeah. And I've also seen kit bags where you can put your Spark in, or your Mavic or your Phantom, and the goggles at the same time to protect all of them, but they ain't cheap either. But I might actually look into getting one of those. So the purpose of buying these is for the unicycle videos we do. So someone can actually pilot the drone whilst any of us are riding and do close follow shots and things like that through woodland. We find with these, the issue is if you try and film whilst riding, you've got to watch low-hanging trees to your left, your right, and high trees, low trees, grass verges. Very difficult. Whereas if you've got someone stood on the ground, they can pilot it and use the headset, you get some nice close-up shots without fear of smashing the thing up. Although this has proved to be very hardy. There's one thing that has to be said for it. So anyway, let's go and get that cable. And the connector I thought I had at work is a HDMI connector, no USB on it. So that isn't any good anyway. And the other one I got is a USB-C. So it's one of those, but needs one of those on the end. Which means I need to order one, because I ain't got one. Okay, and like a right donut, guess what I've done? I've come to work and I haven't got the Spark. That's me all over. But I have got the Mavic Pro. Ka-ching! Probably have to do 1 million firmware updates, because that's the way it always is with the Mavic Pro. But she's there and she's actually already charged up, so let's get it set up on this first, and then we'll go back to the Spark. Okay, let's move that, move that. So, but it does say new firmware, yeah, inconsistent firmware, slide to update. Okay, let's leave that for a sec. Okay, I'm bringing the goggles round. 36%. Okay, 99% done. Still 99% done. Oh, Mavic's twitching. It's coming back to life again. Update complete. Okay, so that firmware's all done now. That was pretty straightforward and painless. Now, it says you press the link button just in there. But let's boot this up. Come on. It's almost on a full charge. Whoa, makes a funky noise. Okay, let's see what this has to say, and I'll run you through it. This is really difficult when you've got long hair. Really difficult to put on. Oopsie daisy. Nice, crystal clear screen. English. For the following aircrafts: Mavic Pro, Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pro, Inspire 2 and Spark. Okay, next, stay away from manned aircraft, blah blah blah. Activation type, with mobile device. The activation method can be used generally. Mavic Pro connection required for this activation method. With mobile device, so I got with DJI Assistant 2 or with mobile device. Okay, need the Mavic Pro for that though. Wireless linking is only used to connect to the Mavic Pro. Next, connect DJI Goggles to the aircraft. Ensure the Mavic Pro is linked to one remote controller. Press the linking button on the Mavic Pro. Okay. Let's press that. Okay, I think that's the linking button. Pretty sure it is. Appears to be. And then we press next. Linking to DJI Goggles. Linking complete. Wow, that was seamless. Okay, complete. Please ensure your DJI Go 4 app is 4.1 when enabled before activation. Take off and activate DJI Goggles with mobile device. Activating. I wonder if I need to look at that mobile device. Let's have a look now at the mobile device. So it says you must activate DJI Goggles when you first connect them. Yep. DJI request to access your device authorized. I agree. Terms and conditions. I agree. I got my account already in there, so I say activating device. Activation success. Camera. Okay. Now what do I get on this device? Activation complete. For feature updates and better experience, update the aircraft remote control and DJI Goggles to the latest version. Complete. Okay, that is an amazing, amazing, amazing view. What I'm seeing here is just outstanding. Smooth mode. Smooth mode is 720p 60 priority with low latency. Changing video format may stop video recording or reset camera settings. You've got smooth mode, HD mode, and normal mode. Which normal mode, 720p 30 allows less wireless transmission bandwidth while not changing the video format recording. So you can see HD mode, which is 1080p 30 priority with high definition. Okay, well let's go with smooth mode. I'll go with smooth mode. I'm happy with smooth mode. And so I'm scrolling here with the pad here. Swipe left or right on the touchpad with one finger to switch functions. Camera settings, photo, video. So left or right, which, yeah, left or right, maybe. I would say it's forward or backwards, but maybe I'm misunderstanding that. But there we go. Slide up or down on the touchpad to browse functions. Slide downward with two fingers on the touchpad to show shortcut menus. Slide upward to hide. Slide left with two fingers to lock the touchpad. Slide right with two fingers to unlock. Tap and hold the touchpad with two fingers for 1 second to take a screenshot. Screenshots we save for DJI Goggles local storage, which I think I haven't got installed yet. Tutorial complete. Okay, well that was some very successful flying. I'm going to turn off the old drone. Comes on your head. I say when you flip it down, I find that a bit difficult. Some adjustment I suspect, and partly because I've got long hair, which I don't think helps really. But tighten it up enough and it's okay. You have to take off with the controller, which I've done with that. Really good. Well impressed. Hey, the adapter's here. Trying to try the Spark out. Right, I'm out here in beautiful Gloucestershire. The adapter finally turned up. So we can now try the Spark with the goggles and see if it's as good as they say it's going to be. So it basically plugs into here, this adapter. And it should be as simple. I'm going to lob that down there. It should be as simple as plugging it in to wherever the little port is, allegedly. This may or may not work. I may have this completely wrong, which is highly likely. Spark's up and running. Now this is going to be quite difficult. I'm just going to have to explain it. Can I actually see anything? Disconnected currently. Okay, currently disconnected. Still can't see anything. So I'll get out of the app. I'll log in to the phone. Spark, RC, connect, come on. It's going to connect up. There we are. Back into there. Spark. There we go. Firmware version. Checking. Can I see anything? It says disconnected. Okay, nothing there at all. No connection to aircraft. Right. It's an interesting one. Okay, so we just had a look at a video, an online video from DJI, and the only thing I didn't do right was I powered on the goggles prior to booting this up. So it's saying wait for a connection. I'll go into the DJI app and just make sure it's all connected up, then I'll power on the goggles like it said. That's all they did. I just powered it up and it worked. Right, so we're in start flight, it's there, definitely on. That's working, as you can hear. And then I'll power this up. So that's powering up now. I'm not sure if you can actually see into those goggles, can you? It's really difficult to film. No. So I'll just describe what I see. Disconnected it says. Latest version detected, that's fine. But nothing is happening, so it's it's not connected. No. Okay. Right, well that's all connected up and that is not working. So could it be a faulty adapter? I really don't know. No is the answer to that. Cannot seem to get it to work. Still definitely connected, but no, it doesn't link like that. So I'll have to contact DJI support and see why that would be. But it's definitely not working. It just says DJI on the screen. So I've got it connected here. I've got that connected by USB. I got it plugged in like they've said to do in the video, and it should just come up on the screen, but it doesn't. But it does work perfectly well with the Mavic Pro. Works really, really well. You just literally turn it on and it connects and you go and fly. It's brilliant. With this, can't get it to connect, so I'll knock that on the head. I'll contact DJI Sport, and I'll come back if I need to and do another video on it basically, and see if it works alright. But at the moment, that's a big no from that point of view. When I do the other video, when it finally works, I'll also do the HDMI output as well to a TV screen, or likewise. Right, one thing before I do go is I'm going to try the Mavic with the controller, but with just the headset, so no phone. So it's possible to fly the Mavic with just the controller and no phone. And let's see if it works with just the goggles. So I'll leave the goggles here, go and boot it all up, and see if it works. Right, so that's that. So it says connecting. So we'll get this up until it says connected. So that's connected. Controller's connected. This would be great if it connects, because we've been out flying today and I'm just using my phone. So we've got the Spark here and the Mavic. And when we've been on the Mavic and I wanted to go, someone's on the Spark and I wanted to go on the Mavic, can't do it because I haven't got my phone. That's connected up. Latest version. Lovely. Let's actually prove it. Let's prove it actually does work. Well, I find the adjustment band's really good. Now, of course, you usually have the phone you can't take off. So with this, you should push both these sticks down into the corner and then press up. Yep, well that works. Okay, that's working. And without the phone in, you can only go a certain distance. So I can only head 50 meters by the looks of it away from the controller. So it doesn't treat it just like the phone does. Yeah, so max flight distance reached 50 meters, well 49 meters away, which is a shame. So you can still use it. Everything's a lot slower, so I'm going maximum speed now. Everything's a lot slower, but you can still see. But that advantage of being able to see, yeah, it's kind of lost. Kind of lost because you can't fly away from out of sight, which is a bit of a shame. But it does work, so that'll answer some people's questions. Shall I try and fly through this goal? Oh, I got through. I got through. Okay, well, I've got back home and I thought I'll give it another go for goodness knows how many times. But it works. Can I actually film it? No, I can't. Let's put that there. You can kind of make it out, but that is actually the footage from... kind of see it in there. That's the footage from the Spark. It's actually working now. Why it didn't work any of the other times, I have absolutely no idea. But anyway, it is actually working now. No reason why, just literally plugged it all again. I don't know, probably the 5th attempt, something like that, and it now works, which is good. I'll do another follow-up video once I've had a month or so of usage of this headset, and I'll let you know how I get on with it. But first impressions, it is really, really good. Okay, and actually before I go, one final thing. I'm going to retry it and reconnect. So I'm just going to do what I did before, which was I booted up the drone. Boom, that's going. Then I connected up to this. Boom. And then I booted up this. Okay. So that's going. But something quite strange with this, once it's booted up, I noticed last time, is that actually something's charging something. Whether the controller's putting power into that, I'm not sure. But as you can see, they're both flashing, and then I had an orange light on here to say it was charging. It's a bit strange. But let's have a look. So it hasn't at the moment. And it is almost impossible to get your view. You can kind of see in there. There we go, look. But that just says latest version. And it hasn't. Yeah, it's not showing the Spark. It's not showing the spark at all. You can just start to see the DJI side of things in there. Let's press OK for navigation. So it's definitely not. You see, DJI. So that now again isn't working. So it's switched on. So it seems very random. Right. Okay. Well, let me have a look at it again, and I'll see if I can work it out. Maybe disconnect this now and then reconnect it perhaps. Let's try that. Okay, well this is extremely buggy. I'm going to try and show you this now. See that there? There's a pitch. Oh, be very careful, I'm on full zoom. There's a pitch roll type mechanism there. If I move the spark, it moves. It's just switched off because it doesn't detect the face. But that's me doing that with the spark. It's obviously connected. It's not giving any video. So let me just put my hand there again. There it is. You can see it. So if I move the spark, its direction is picking up all that data. Mysterious, but no video image. How very strange. Good job I'm going to use these mainly with the Mavic. But I do want them to work with the Spark. So I'm going to dial it all down again. I've disconnected, so I've left it all on, pulled the cable out and plugged it back in again. That didn't work. Not 100% sure. So what I'll do this time is boot the goggles up. No, I'll boot the craft up last and see if it's a boot sequence somehow and try and work it out and get back to you. Try and work out all the combinations of 3 things. Hooray! Figured it out. So goggles on, controller on, make sure they're both booted up, red on there, and then boot the craft up, and then, if I can get this to come up, let's boot this back up again, you will then see, you can see an image in there which is the corner of a chair. That is now working just fine. So that's the boot sequence. I had to have a cup of tea to get there. But there we go, sorted. And this time I really am ending this review. I'm going to do another review on this bad boy at some point. I'm going to get used to it. It is real life gadget reviews after all. So I need to actually spend a lot of time doing this. But you've seen how to set it up. If any of you have had that problem with connecting to your Spark, I really hope it helps. You get somewhere with this. Because these goggles are brilliant. Don't get me wrong. They are really, really good. Really like flying with them on. But yeah, I will come back with another review. Is this now charging? So this time, the interesting thing here is that is no longer saying it's charging. But they do definitely go a bit freaky. I wonder if that starts charging if I boot down the Spark. No, it doesn't. But anyway, I had that light go on and it had charging lights, so they flash up and down when it's charging, as you've seen before. And so was that flashing. They were both charging off each other. Basically, that pretended it was charging, and that pretended it was charging. Very, very strange. Not doing it now. So definitely some odd things going on. But anyway, catch you guys later when I do a follow-up in a couple of months' time on this one.